Hey everyone, welcome back. Ready for another deep dive?
Always ready to dig in.
Awesome. Today we're tackling something called a non-qualified stretch annuity.
Sounds a bit complex.
Yeah, it can be,
Yeah.
but don't worry, we'll break it down. We're going to use some great info from Diversified Insurance Brokers to uh, really figure out how this strategy can make inherited annuities work better for you.
Smart choices, right?
Exactly, maximizing that financial legacy. So the core idea here is that instead of getting slammed with a huge payout all at once from an inherited annuity and a massive tax bill to go with it, a non-qualified stretch lets you spread those distributions out over time.
Which can be a lifesaver, tax-wise.
For sure. But what are the real advantages beyond just, avoiding a giant tax headache up front?
Well, think about long-term financial stability. By stretching those distributions based on your life expectancy, the money that's still in the annuity keeps growing.
It doesn't just sit there.
Nope. And get this, it keeps growing tax-deferred.
Tax-deferred growth. Sounds good to me.
Right. Plus, you're not taxed on the entire withdrawal each year, just the gains. That's where the exclusion ratio comes in.
Okay, hold on. Exclusion ratio, you're going to have to explain that one.
Sure. Let's say you inherit an annuity worth $100,000, but only $20,000 of that is profit. With the exclusion ratio, you're only taxed on that $20,000 when you withdraw it, not the whole 100 grand.
Wow, so a much smaller chunk is actually taxable.
Exactly. It can make a huge difference in your overall tax liability.
So we've got this stretched out distribution, potentially lower taxes each year, and the rest keeps growing tax deferred. But then the source mentioned required minimum distributions, or RMDs. What are those all about?
Yes. The IRS wants their share eventually. So they set these rules about the minimum amount you have to withdraw annually.
So you can't just let it sit there forever, even with a stretch.
Right. And those RMDs, they're calculated based on IRS tables, factoring in your age and life expectancy.
Makes sense. They want to ensure those taxes aren't deferred indefinitely. But one thing that really struck me was how useful non-qualified stretches can be for families, especially those wanting to, pass wealth down to multiple heirs.
Absolutely. Let's say you have several children or grandchildren you want to include in your estate plan. A non-qualified stretch allows you to spread the tax burden across all those beneficiaries.
So instead of one person getting hit with a huge tax bill, it's divided up.
Exactly. It can make a significant difference in preserving the overall value of the inheritance.
So essentially, we're looking at a way to potentially preserve wealth across generations, minimize those dreaded tax burdens, and set up beneficiaries for long-term financial security. It really changes how I view inherited annuities.
I think a lot of people have that aha moment when they understand how this strategy
It's
works.
definitely making me think. And
Yep.
here's a question for everyone listening. How would a non-qualified stretch fit into your own financial plan, especially if you were to inherit an annuity?
It's definitely worth considering. Each situation is unique, so understanding your options is key.
Absolutely. Always good to explore different strategies and see what fits best. All right, that's a wrap on this deep dive. We hope this has given you a better understanding of non-qualified stretch annuities and how they can be a valuable tool for managing inherited assets.
Definitely. It's all about making informed decisions for a more secure financial future.
Couldn't agree more. Thanks for joining us. Until next time.